What is going on? Here's your wife, Real Shocker, the United States Hedgehog. We are taking on Grafire. Sorry if I butchered the name, but we are taking on for the week 1 of the CPL. This is going to be a really good game. Actually, real quick, I want to make sure I am recording. I am recording. Yay, let's go. But this should be an interesting matchup here. He has a pretty decent good team against me, so I'm going to have to really kind of play around it. But hopefully we can do that. So with that being said, let us go ahead and get into the game. If you guys are excited, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And let's go ahead and get in it. So I'm running dual Scarfers. I'm running 3 choice items this week. 1 choice Specs user in Zoroark, 2 Scarfers in Greninja, and Crook. Crook is designed to be faster than everything on his team, and I believe I have Greninja actually scarfed to the point where if it's Timid booster energy or Jolly booster energy, the Iron Valiant, I'm also faster than that. Decided to go that route just because I wanted to counter any sort of variant of what set the Iron Valiant was going to go with. Plus, I felt like Crook just offensively checks a lot of strong Pokemon in this game, so I felt like Scarf was really, really good. So, feeling pretty good about my team. Kind of go over the team here. Actually, I can kind of just do that right here. So we have my Espathra, which I am running Terra Fighting. Basically, Lumiere Crash into Terra Blast always beats Corviknight unless it's Mirror Armor / Covert Cloak. Otherwise, it doesn't really do too much else against it. Like I said, my Greninja is Scarfed. Just very offensive, which can really hit a lot of things really hard. Heracross, we are running a Trailblaze set to design to be faster than the Iron Valley at +1. Once I get +1 off, there's not a lot that switches into me, which is really, really good. Like I said, with Crook. Crook is also adamant because, again, he puts in a lot of offensive pressure in against my opponent. Running some more Spadef into this thing because it can be able to take some hits, stuff like that. Walking Weight, just a standard offensive spread, just with a Roselia Berry to take 1 hit from the Iron Valiant or any other fairy coverage moves. And like I said, Spec Zoroark, just because Spec Zoroark just looks so that means like they're ready to get into the match. So let's see what they bring. So their 2 Terra Captains are Berserker and Hydreigon, and they chose the Terra types of Dark and Steel. So let's see here. So they do not bring Double Ground, which is very interesting to me. I felt like Double Ground actually looked pretty good here. Don't know if I think Slowbro is the right bring here. We'll see about that. Otherwise, they brought exactly what I expected, which is pretty good. Now, they do need to be careful trying to set Toxic Spikes up on me, because, again, I do have the option to run Toxic. But the fact that I do have a Heracross that would love to take advantage of the Toxic Spikes, so they do need to be careful on that. There's not really a Ghost Switch in on this team, so that would be really nice. I think what I'm going to do here is I think I'm going to lead off with my Violet, because it matches up really well against a lot of things. The question is, what do I want to disguise it as? I think I'm going to disguise it as Crook. Now, the reason why I'm going to disguise it as Crook is because I want him to think that this is going to be my rocker. Plus, Crook's a really good solid lead against a lot of things on my opponent's team. He does go into Hydrate on here. So there's a couple of plays he can do it. I love that. Okay, so I got a couple of plays here to think through. He's probably clicking U-turn here if he's scarfed. Do I want to do that? If he was going to lead with it, it does tells me it's scarfed. Even if I Focus Blast here, he's not going to go anything grounded. It'd probably be the Corviknight, and that would be really damage on Corviknight. So I'm going to risk it and Focus Blast here. Alright, so they do that. Good damage on that Corviknight, which is really nice to see. Alright, so let's see here. Now, there's two plays you can do here. He probably definitely thinks this is the one thing here. I still want to gauge my damage here, so I'm just going to Focus Blast here again. So he's going to go Cloud's Eye here. We are unfortunately going to miss, which does suck. But now that thing basically... Nothing takes a good ground type hit here. I go Ostrich here now. If he wants to double, he can double, but Corviknight taking that massive chip damage, though, is really huge for us. And also taking no damage on this thing keeps the Disguise intact. They are going to Toxic us, which very much sucks. I'm going to go ahead and just Lumia Crash here. There is no reason not to just click that. I could just raw Terra Blast here, too. I think I'm still just going to Lumia Crash here. Yep. They go for the Poison Jab here. They do need to... I think they'd save this, possibly. I'm just going to Lumia Crash again here. There's reason not to, because again, I can just Terra Blast in the following turn. And even if I lose Ostrich, it will suck, but Ostrich is not a major win condition. The win condition is probably going to get possibly a what's it up with my Heracross, but as long as I keep my dual Scarfers in the back, my Scarfers look good. Like, my freaking Greninja looks super good now. Like, Greninja easily could win me this game. I just have to play Greninja very carefully here. Again, I could just Lumia Crash here. There's no reason not to. There's no drawback to it. I'll outspeed every single thing he has. Like, even if he goes Corviknight here, I can just literally click probably two... Like, if Corviknight gets 2 KO'd by Lumia Crash, then I literally just knock that thing out. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's probably thinking I'm going to click Terra Blast here or something. I guess I also could click Roost here. Roost is not a bad downside because, again, if he does make a switch out into something, I get free health back. And then depending on that play, I can also keep this thing healthy. So you know what? Actually, I'm going to click Roost here. I'm going to actually click Roost here. Probably a little bit of a risky play here, but I figure he's going to make a switch here. There's, again, he needs to understand that Lumia Crash is just too strong here. And he really cannot afford... I was going to say. So he's got to go Slowbro here. So I can keep this thing healthy, which is really good here. Let's see here. So he can't teleport here. He doesn't click Trick Room here. He probably either clicks Future Sight. He clicks the Water move here. This is going to be a very aggressive play here, but I'm going to go into slow in my Heracross here. He does Shadow Ball. Does good damage. I'm clicking Trailblaze here. In comes the Tauros. See how much this does here. 10%. He's got leftovers. Okay. So, Tauros. That might be physically defensive. Heracross. Trailblaze. -1 to do 10%. Okay, that's not physically defensive. Let's say Jolly. Let's do 10%. That's about standard. Earthquake does 76 to 90, so it's a roll to KO him. God. I got two plays here. Because I think he knows I'm going to switch here. Like, there's no reason for me not to just switch here. It's so obvious I'm going to switch. So what I think he's going to do here, he's going to clearly click Close Combat here. Because he knows I'm not going to go into the fighting moves. What he's probably going to do here is he's going to click Close Combat because he knows that I'm going to go into my Robinson here. He also just could make the safe play and just, attack me. But I think I'm going to click Earthquake here. Gauge some damage. And again, see if he clicks Close Combat. He does click Flame Charge. That does make him faster than me, which is unfortunate here. So I do have to sack Heracross now, unfortunately. Now, the smart play for him would do double Flame Charge here. That would be the smart play here, is double Flame Charge. For two reasons. One, it gives him that speed boost. It'll give him that speed boost that he does need. To kind of just counter any potential Scarfer that I do have. Yep. And now I think we play mind games with him again. Because now he doesn't know that this is Crocodile or if this is, what's his name? And right here, I pretty much have a free Hyper Voice here. There's no reason not to just make a drawback play here. I just click Hyper Voice here. Well, actually, let's calc that damage against Corviknight real quick. Because then we can kind of just gauge what that thing did. So looking at Zoroark, that Focus Blast should have did 54 to 63%. So that did 55. That was probably a low roll. Or if it's max HP, max Spadef. No, that's physically defensive. So that's at least max HP for sure. So we low rolled that. So a Hyper Voice guarantee does 2 KO it. And Hyper Voice is so free against this entire team right now. So I'm just going to click Hyper Voice here. Damn. He actually win. Ah. That sucks. That sucks. I actually did not think he was going to do that. So that really sucks. But that's fine. That's fine. Dark Pulse spam is looking pretty good here. Sucks to lose that early game, but it's fine. I think I go Crocky here. So he does go into Hydreigon here. I'm just gonna click Close Combat here. He could make a very aggressive switch into the Iron Valiant, but that Iron Valiant's getting chip damage, which is really important for my team. So he does go into... Wow, he really made an aggressive play right there. So... I think I go Robinson here. I click just Dragon Pulse. There's no reason not to overpredict this here. Dragon Pulse is just free here, and plus it lets me gauge the damage on Slowbro. If it's specially defensive Slowbro, which I don't think it is. So he body pressed right there. So I think this tells me that he's AV. So he goes Corviknight. So that Dragon Pulse did. Now I click Flamethrower here. Alright, so we get rid of the Corviknight, which is really huge. So Corviknight's gone. Alright, so Crook is now pretty much free to do spam dark and ground moves, essentially, for the most part. Can't spam ground just yet. So we gotta be very careful about that. My Espathra is looking very much now expendable. I don't really need Espathra for anything else, possibly. Now, looking at his Terra choices here, do I think he is going to be Terra Steel? And the answer, I think, is yes. If he chooses to decide to be Terra Steel, I'm pretty free here. Dark Spam looks really good in once he Terra Steals, but if he Terra Darks again, Fighting Spam looks relatively good against him. He goes Cloud's Eye here. I think right here, I go right back into Ostrich. He's probably going to click Recover here. He's probably going to click Recover here. Let's just look at that damage real quick. Clodsire versus... Okay, come on, computer. Spathra. We did 41 to 48% with that. We Luma crashed it at 45%, so that's a mid-roll, so he is especially defensive. If I go Crook here, Earthquake knocks him out, Crunch is about to roll to 2 KO him. So we'll be playing mind games with that, and if I go into my Greninja... You confirm Black Sludge. You did confirm Black Sludge. With my Walking Wake, I can't really touch him. So what he's gonna probably do here is he's gonna probably click Recover here. So I'm gonna go Crocky here. He could double out here. He sets up spikes. Okay, so he's setting up spikes here. So now we go back to this situation here again, where there's two plays I make here. I either Earthquake or I catch the Slowbro. It's one of the two. He knows I have close combat, so he can't just aggressively bring in Hydra. So there's two plays I can do here. I can predict Hydra, go for the Earth, and go for the close combat. I can predict the Iron Valiant and click Gunshot, or I can just still click Earthquake, which is pretty free here. I just feel like he can't just go hide Hydra here. But I feel like he needs to keep this Clodsire alive. I'm gonna risk it in close combat. He beat! Man, how is this dude making these plays, dude? And why is he going to Slowbro? Slowbro's not a switching to me. I'm a Dark type. Like, why? Alright, I'm going to Lumia Crash here. I think I'm just going to get Terra Blast off. I want to scout if that Slowbro is AV. I feel like the way he's just, like, been playing it, I really feel like that is AV. Alright, so my Espathra should be doing about 16 to 19% with this Lumia Crash. That did 18%. So 18%, that's about... Okay, that's not... I don't think that's AV. Because if that was Assault Vest... That would not done. So he's not Assault Vested. So that's good information, though. That's good information. Alright, I'm going to go hard Crocky here. Alright. So I've got two plays to make right here. I can Earthquake here. Now, he has to switch this thing out. There's no way you stay in on me here. Slowbro versus Crocodile. There's no way in hell you live. You're not going to live this hit. You're not going to live this hit. You need to switch out. You could be this. You could be this. I feel like he knows the crunch is coming. I feel like he knows the crunch is coming. Even if you're Cobra Berry, I don't know why you're staying in. That makes no sense. You want to save your Cobra for probably, you rather save the Cobra for fucking Greninja, in my opinion. I don't know why you would save it with Slowbro. I'm gonna Earthquake. Dude, what are you doing? Like, and he crits me! Come on! come on! That's so lame. That crit 100% mattered. Alright, now I go with this thing here. I don't know why you're running Colbert. Why you don't switch out? That wins you the... He's either going Valiant or he's going Hydra here. I mean, I don't think at the end of the day the crit... I won't lie, the crit maybe doesn't matter, but it sucks because Crook could have been saved for probably 1 or 2 more hits, and I could have probably pulled some doubles right there, because he just admitted he was going to go into Hydreigon there, and I could have made a double out. At least he knows that's fair that I could have, so let's think here. It's either the Hydra or the Valiant. That's what's coming in right now, and I have to make this prediction play. If I get this prediction right, then we're in a really good position right now. If I get this prediction wrong, we're in a really tough spot. I think definitely not putting a bug move on... I think not putting a bug move on Heracross kind of sucked, but I felt like I didn't need the bug move. Why is he going to switch into here? I really need to think what he's going to switch into here. If I get this play right, I can put myself somewhat back into the game. I could somewhat put myself back in this game, but not by much. I'm a Brick Break. We could go Valiant, though. I'm a Brick Break. Let's go, baby! Let's go! Alright, I'm going to Brick Break again for 2 reasons. One, it covers him staying in if he wants to stay in. Because he's not going to probably expect that I'm Scarfed. However, if he swaps out right now, he knows that I'm Scarfed. Let's go! Let's go! Okay, that is gone. Hydra's gone. That's huge. That's huge. But now he just goes Clodsire here. He goes Violent and his booster energy into speed. Okay, that's kind of suckish. But it's fine. But I don't think I win. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to win. I'm going to probably bring this back as much as I can. But it's going to suck right here for us. I go into this thing. I don't even know if I live this hit. Iron, Valiant. Greninja. And if I becomes like, I don't think there's any way out. I mean, again, the crit might have not mattered. Extra Sentry does guarantee knock him out here. But that's going to be the game now. Because he just goes Slowbro, and Slowbro just literally walls me. I basically have to flinch out Slowbro. That does a lot of damage. Okay, you didn't need to slack off. Okay, you didn't need to slack off, dude. Come on. Just click Shadow Ball. You saw I only do 20-something% to you. There is no reason for me to do that. I understand if you want to do that to make sure you don't get flinched, but still, there is no reason to slack off there. If you got flinched once, then I understand to slack off, but you didn't have to beforehand. But anyways, that's game, guys. This was again, like I said, a tough matchup for us. Just it was really kind of tough to get things going. I think one thing we just didn't really I think maybe just over prepping for the double ground was a big thing. But maybe, no. I don't think I stand bringing Terra Electric. Actually, now thinking back to it, maybe Terra Electric would have been better. I really wish I went with my one set. Oh man, I knew I wanted sub on this set so badly. I think if I was sub Roost, I won the game right there. If I was sub Roost, not sub Roost. Or was it sub Roost? Oh wait, wasn't I substitute in my set? I don't remember. Let me look at my set here again. I don't remember if I was sub Roost. Oh yes, it was. Okay, it was. I'm trying to remember back here on this turns here. So let's look at the set here. Hold on. So he poison jabbed. Oh, okay. So he predicted the toxic right there. He predicted the toxic right there. Probably in hindsight, I should have let Heracross come in on Clodsire. Yes, poison would have sucked, but if anything, it just lets me get a free. It just lets me do some damage, and probably going for the Trailblaze wasn't necessarily needed at that point in time, because then I could literally just spam Facade against this team, and Facade would have possibly would have 2 KO'd the Tauros. I click Facade again and stuff like that. So I definitely think that was probably the one play that could have brought us back the game, was letting Heracross get poisoned. I'm surprised he risked that Toxic. I'm very surprised he risked that Toxic, knowing that I was going to go into Heracross. Could have gone into Heracross there. That was such a risky play. Like, I feel like they should have just either set up the hazards or something like that earlier in the matchup to know what my switch in would have been, but versus clicking Toxic when I have a Heracross right there. So I think that was a misplay on their end, but obviously it paid off for them. I didn't make the proper switch. If a sponsor got a sub up, and if I probably actually went Terra Electric over Terra Psychic, or Terra Fighting, I probably won the game. But again, it comes down to certain plays, right? Like Terra Electric, I feel like just doesn't help me beat the 1v1 on the Hydreigon right there. Probably if I did, I could have put myself in a very better position, because then I would have been able to 1v1 the Slowbro and stuff like that. Slightly do regret not clicking Crunch on Slowbro, which obviously shows that it was probably Cobra Berry on Slowbro. Which was followed by. I honestly didn't think Slowbro should have came, because again, I didn't think you have Cobra that checks both. Because again, one switch in prediction and that's it. You lose your Cobra Berry, and then Slowbro is basically useless to you at that point. So I don't know if I understand bringing that thing, but I can understand. And plus, I also have like Hisuian Zoroark, like in the Spothra, which can also beat Slowbro 1v1. So like, I don't know if I agree with it being brought against my team, but obviously it paid off for him, so it's whatever, I guess. But yeah, I don't know what else to say really here, but I'm gonna say my GGs though to him, which is Griffi. I'm not even know how you're gonna pronounce your word, so I'm just gonna say Griffa. To Griffa there. Obviously it paid off for them that they were able to bring Slowbro with Cobra and be able to win the game. Obviously, I think that was a bad bring in my opinion, but obviously it worked out for them. So, and again, the crit on Crook, I don't think that ultimately ends up mattering. It only ends up mattering if I switch out and they body press again, which they were basically admitting to doing. And it also would have came down to this: what if I click, because I believe I have Ostrich left. I think I could be wrong. No, I sacked Ostrich. I think Ostrich was sacked at that point in time. So yeah, Ostrich was sacked at that point in time. And probably what I should have done is, even though it was at -2 special defense, I should have went into my Greninja for 2 reasons. One, Greninja would have been able to force that thing out, because at -2 it was still not taking a hit from my Greninja. Because if you look at the calc right here, I believe they were at like 40 or 50 something percent, and like Slowbro, if it's at -2 with the Cobra Berry versus my Greninja. Wait, how do you still take that hit? That's so. wait, hold on. There's got to be something that's not working here. Because that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense how he doesn't get killed. Let me just look at this here. Yeah, that makes no. Oh, I'm looking at +2. I'm stupid. That's why. +2 would have 100% knocked him out. So I really don't understand that play. Again, that would have came down to the situation as well, where again he would have been either forced to switch out or he would have taken the risk. If he swapped out there, that probably could have also then been the game there. So there's that. Sorry, I'm seeing this ending really intro and I'm sounding like I'm salty or angry. It's just like I feel like this person. I feel like they just made plays that weren't necessary, and I felt like they just didn't. I feel like the prep was a little weird. The Iron Valiant set though, very standard. I definitely thought that was coming. Claude's Ire definitely proved to be a massive problem. Carbonite actually didn't turn out to be anything of an issue. Um, Probably should have disguised. Maybe disguising the Zoroark as Hydra definitely came out to help me there. Maybe, but I think what really kind of gave him like a big push in this game was definitely making the Flare Blitz play. That Flare Blitz play, I think, really helped him put him in the position to win the game. Because getting rid of Zoroark that early really put myself back actually. Because that really opened up the door for things like Hydra and Valiant to just not have to make prediction games. So definitely losing Zoroark relatively early in that play was actually really solid. They made a really solid read to go for the Flare Blitz though. I can't deny that.